Welcome to the Arts and Medicine Studio. Today we're going into part 2 of macrame with Aly. Last week, Aly showed us her collection. We were so inspired. We worked with her on making the most simple knot that created such a gorgeous piece over her wall. Today we're going to learn another one. So let me invite Lizzie. Hi, Lizzie.
Hi, Nitza.
Are you ready for Aly?
Oh, you betcha.
Let's do it. Hello, Aly.
Hello, Nitza. Hello, Lizzie. Thank you for having me back.
We are just so thankful. There's so many pieces of strings around everywhere we look, and there's so many different types of materials that we could use. And we were wondering, is there an easy way to figure it out, Aly? Could you help us?
Absolutely. I think today we should work on a couple of knots that are variations on a square knot. And I think I was telling you, Nitza, the first knot that we'll work on is so creative. You can see so many things from it. It can look like a spiral staircase or even a strand of DNA. And it all requires just one knot repeating over and over, and it looks really cool. And then we'll take that same knot and switch it up a bit and create a brand new knot when we kind of reverse directions, which is pretty neat too. And so all you need is some string.
So these are some supplies that you might find helpful as we work on our macrame knots. And you don't need all of them, but you may have some fun using rings to make like a keychain, or you can go outside and explore different branches and sticks. If you have beads lying around, they can help decorate. And if you have a ruler or a measuring tape, that could come in handy as you measure your rope. But we can take some things away, and all you really need are scissors and string. And with those two things, we can get started. I'm going to take some string and I'm going to measure it out to the whole length of my arm, and then pinch and double that up. And that's going to be my first length of string. Cut that there. And then I'm going to cut a second piece of string the same length. And you can use string or yarn, anything really. And we're going to fold them in half. So now we have, since they're folded in half, it turns 2 pieces of string into 4 pieces of string. And there's a few different things you could do to secure this. You could put the string around a ring. You could put the string around a stick. But for now, since I have the clipboard, I'm just going to put it underneath the clipboard here. And so we're going to do today a spiral knot. And this is a really fun knot. I make into plant hangers or friendship bracelets. I think it kind of looks like a spiral staircase or a string of DNA. And as we get started, we have 2 working cords and 2 cords that stay the same, that don't move at all. They just stay still in the middle. we're going to take the left string. I always have to remind myself that if I put up my left hand, it makes an L. And so that's how I know it's the left. And it's going to come over top of the 2 middle strings. And I'm going to take the 2 middle strings in my left hand. The string on the right is going to come over this first string, then behind, underneath, and through, up top, and pull it all the way through. And that's the knot. And we're going to keep doing that knot over and over. So we're going to tie that tight up to the top. And we're just going to do the same thing over again. So left crosses the first 2. The right crosses over the first cord, behind the middle cords, and through the hole up top. And we tie it tight. You push it up there nice and snug. And again, left, over, under, and through. And you tie it again. And now we're starting to see a pattern. And so it becomes kind of a meditative process. And whenever you see that it's a little uncomfortable to keep working as it kind of spirals around, you just let it flip itself over and you keep working with the left cord first. Left, over, under, and through. And you'll notice that these knots take up much more string, look, than you think. All of this string all the way down to the clipboard will probably get us about this much more knots. You say, well, now I'm a pro. I've got this knot down pat. What else can I do? Well, with this same knot, working in 2 different directions, you can make a flat knot. So I'm going to actually switch out the working cords because you'll see these ones in the middle are still long, right? So I'm going to let these be the standing cords for now. I'm going to take these ones and start again. Left, over, under, and through. And then I'm going to go the reverse. Right, over, under, and through. And now this knot stays flat. I can go alternating left, over, under, and through. And right, over, right, over, under, and through. This one can be a little trickier to remember which side you're on, but you'll see it makes these little V shapes, and it alternates this loop shape on the end. And as you practice more and more, the faster you become. But it's kind of nice to work slow and think about your breathing, slowing down your mind. When you have something like this to concentrate on, you can kind of get into a flow state and start to relax. So this whole time we're working on the same knot, just in the top section we did the same direction, and in this section we're just alternating. So this is what we've done today so far. We have the spiral knot and the square knot all in one piece. We could make a bracelet for ourselves or a friend, or a keychain, or we could build lots of strings like this and make a fun wall hanging using a stick or a piece of wood, and anything that you can find that might suit your space. If you wanted to add beads at the end, you can add a bead and tie a little knot for decoration, kind of finish it off. Just turn this close. There we go. So this is a large piece that I made a little while ago. And if you look closely, you can recognize this is that same square knot that we made at the bottom of our tutorial. So it's using that left over, under and through, and then right over, under and through. And macrame is all about patterns and mixing different knots together, so you can see a few different knots in this wall hanging here.
This seems to be so simple. I'm so glad it's Friday, so I can really focus on making my own tangled DNAs and spirals for my house, see if I want to use it for something or if I just want to make art out of it. Thank you so much, Aly, for inspiring us. Lizzie, are you having any plan to use macrame in your future?
Definitely. I think I'm going to make myself some earrings.
That's a great idea.
Incredible idea. And you guys, please write to us at amnitza@gmail.com if you want some string or if you have any ideas or you want to share with us what you made. Thank you so much for joining us. Thank you, Alice. Look in our bio for information of how to find Aly and her work.
Thank you so much. It was a pleasure to be here, and thank you to everyone who tuned in.
Awesome.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye.